Hey guys, how's it going? And happy Friday. I hope all of you are doing good. And as the title says, yeah, unfortunately, we're talking about this again. Ammo shortage 2023. Is it getting worse? Now, we're going to talk about this quite a bit tonight and different aspects of it and different strategies with it. But my quick answer is yes, actually. And it's unfortunate. Not happy about it. Never happy about anything that abridges or makes it less affordable to exercise our natural God given right to keep and bear arms. I think there's a lot at play here. Some of it's to be expected, some of it's to be predicted, some of it is just kind of the way it is right now, isn't it? Because you sit back and try to rationalize things, and so much of the rhetoric out there and so much of the stuff going on requires the listener to be dumber than the speaker to even think you're going to wrap your mind around the way things work. So I don't know if it's smart to try to figure things out anymore or not. I'm actually not sure. Let me know in the comments what you guys think in the chat. But shout out to all of you guys. And I'd like to thank all of you who are here tonight, hanging out, and all the many ways you guys support the channel. Thank you to all the Patreon supporters, channel members, and supporters over on Locals. Make sure you guys definitely check out my Locals community. It's a censorship-free site where I show extra content, including a weekly live stream with tons of cool stuff that I simply cannot show here because they don't have any policies prohibiting certain things that we can't talk about or link to or things like that on YouTube. And by the way, for whoever's watching on YouTube tonight, I'm talking about the general state of the ammo market. I'm going to reference some prices in some places, but that's not to be misconstrued, and I want to put it in proper context. I am not promoting anything here. Now, that's why you guys should all be members of my Locals community, because that is where I promote and talk about stuff. And yet again, like I said last week and the week before, it's becoming kind of a history book and a textbook of truly what's going on with the ammo situation in the USA. I know there's some people who watch that are not from the United States of America. And shout out to you guys for watching, but I know you guys have your own issues. And in many cases, maybe this is or isn't affecting you. But here in this country, we just need to be honest with what's going on right now, guys. And if you tune into my live stream tomorrow on Locals, I'll be able to give you very specific guidance to try to help you guys out with this. Here, I can't get real specific, but we have to talk about the reality of things. It started off with certain calibers, mainly 5.56 and 7.62 by 39 at about the same time, about 3 weeks ago. We can call them rumors. There's still people wanting to call it rumors about Lake City. I don't know. I wasn't the person that originally reported on that, but it's being widely reported and has been for weeks now that Lake City Ammo, which is part of the Department of the Army, currently run by Winchester, that they've been ordered to halt sales to civilians. Again, it's widely reported, and I don't think we need to still debate this too much longer, but people are still going to debate. We also have some people say World War III, is it coming? I hope not. But I can tell you it was made official tonight, like literally official, that Israel has invaded Gaza. Now, I say it's been officially proclaimed, meaning it's on the news. And while there's tons of people watching this live stream right now, and I can't believe there's this many people watching, let's just say this. This is a very, very small channel. And there's a lot more people that are going to watch the news than they are this live stream. When the news comes out and says invasion has happened, they'll say terms like war has been declared. It even gets a lot of the normies and the NPCs and people who usually just sit back and say, I'm a gun owner because America and stuff, and the Second Amendment can never be infringed because of America and stuff, while I'll just sit there and watch more TV and play more games on my phone. And dude, I just leveled up on Candy Crush, but ain't no one coming for your guns because of America and stuff. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people like that. Way too many people like that, obviously, because if everybody thought like me and thought a little bit like you, look, we don't have to think exactly alike, and we don't, obviously, and that's awesome. But if everyone just thought a little bit more like me and a little bit more like you, we wouldn't have these problems right now. We wouldn't even have to think about gun control. I mean, there's supposedly 100 million gun owners in this country. And while there's about 350 people in this country, this is what they report on. Now, there's way, way, way more than this. But they report that there's over 500 million guns in this country. So that goes to show that once all of the people that like to be comfortably holding their head in the sand, right? Like the ostrich, it puts its head down in the sand. It's a camouflage tactic to look like a bush so that maybe the prey won't see it. Yeah. While you've been thinking about ammo and thinking about all these things, there were 99 other people that just kept their head in the sand during this whole time. And now some of them are starting to wake up. And what's interesting is while this person in Maine, I heard there is breaking news and they have found him, from what I understand, with no longer a pulse. This is breaking news. I'm not here to report this, but it's kind of crazy. The national media, and especially the local media in Maine, while they're saying that everybody in these multiple cities, this whole huge area, needed to stay on lockdown the last couple of days. You cannot leave your house by order of the sheriff, order of the police, order of the government, because it's so dangerous. Well, while they're saying that out of one side of their mouth, they were coming through on the other side of their mouth saying there's no reason people should be allowed to own an AR-15. They call it stupid rhetorical names like it's an assault weapon, it's a weapon of war, it's this and this. Meanwhile, they're saying, look, there's this guy and he's trained and he is familiar with the methods of war. And since he's out and about and he could be anywhere, he could be lurking in your bushes or yours or yours or yours. This proves why you don't need an AR-15 or why you don't need the rifle of your choice. I agree. You don't need an AR-15. Probably the AK is a better bet, but shout out to all the AR guys out there because we're still good friends as well. There's that whole thing that's been going on the last couple days. There's lots of conflict throughout the world, and whether we like it or not, we're in a global economy, global trade, parts of things called the United Nations. Cadres of people that, in my opinion, are all hell-bent to make America less free and to try to make the United States like the rest of the world. And look, no offense to the rest of the world. I have awesome viewers, and I know there's awesome people that live in every country in this whole world. I've said that a lot, and I want to say it again because I truly mean it. But no, look, God bless all of you fighting the good fight wherever you're at, but this is America, and I don't want to be like the rest of the world. But whether you want to be or not, we're tied into lots of treaties, lots of arms agreements, lots of bans, lots of embargoes, lots of economic sanctions against other countries where, oh, it's a global market, all right, as far as picking your pocket and printing unlimited dollars through a corporation called the Federal Reserve. Look it up, guys. That is a corporation. And meanwhile, your dollar ain't worth crap. That's part of the reason we're in the shape we're in, trying to buy guns, trying to buy ammo. And they're also giving away money to all these other countries in the world just so they can keep us on what's called the petrodollar. And eventually it's going to be a bubble that breaks. But in the meantime, that's where we are. And I want to use that to set the stage because there's ammo going all over the place right now. There's the Ukraine, which we've sent so many billions of dollars, hundreds of billions. Who knows how much it really is? It's more that's a bigger number than any of us could ever even count, let alone see in our lifetime. Just think about that. While you're sitting there right now trying to re-up a box of 7.62 by 39 and just shaking your head going, what the heck, man? I need to buy a gallon of milk and a loaf of bread, and this stuff's like $12 a box. They're sending more money than you'll ever even be able to fathom or count to countless countries of the world, including Ukraine. Now including Israel. Heck, we're sending money to Israel, and we're also sending money to Gaza. Go figure. There you go. Doesn't really matter what side you're on right now as far as this goes. The American people end up getting screwed in the end. That's the moral of the story, and that's pretty much the beginning and end of my thoughts on that conflict and all of these proxy war conflicts that are going on right now. You've got the former Yugoslavian region. You've got Kosovo and Serbia. They're stockpiling ammo to the moon. War is imminent there. The writing's on the wall. So we have all of that going on, and then we have an economic shift where it's just hard to buy anything right now. Well, Lake City happens, is reported to have happened. Then we have this CSG, the Czechoslovak group, that once the sale's finalized with the Vista Group and all of their conglomerate of ammo companies, will own about 70% or more They say it's minimum 70% up to 75% of U.S. ammo production. They already own 70% of Fiocchi and many other brands that you may not be aware of yet. I've also done some further research on that group, and what they really like to specialize in is exporting things. I'm not saying you should freak out. I don't want anyone to freak out. We're just talking about what's going on. And I had nothing to do with what's going on. And I wish I could. See, here's the thing, man. For all the people that have come in my comments on my videos, and shout out to all of you who are new to this channel, and I welcome you here tonight. And I want you to keep coming back so we can just form a more tight-knit, bigger community of people that get it. But here's the issue, and here's what sucks about a lot of people that have come in my videos lately saying, 2A EDU, you're responsible for this ammo shortage. Well, guys, I wish it was that simple. I wish that a landscaper, yes, I was out cutting grass the whole day today. Past dark, dropping the mower off, or it'd be staged for a job tomorrow. That's what I did today. And if I was so powerful that I could just sit there on my lawnmower in my landscaping shop, that's why it's so messy. That's why it looks like this, because I'm just here to talk about real things, not to have a high production value, not to try to be an influencer, because I'll never be any of those, and I don't want to be. But at the same time, I'm a small channel. I've been a gun guy since 1994. I remember buying, when it was regular price, about 8 cents, 9 cents a round for 7.62 by 39 back in 94. And I remember Cabela's would run a sale, $59.99 for 1,000 rounds. I've watched ammo go up from $60 a case on sale to now $12 per box. I'm just as pissed as anyone is. So let me assure you, and I literally am, I promise you this. If just me not doing videos, talking about what's going on, and giving people a place to vent, and for us to try to think of some strategies to help out the newer people a little bit, I wouldn't do it if I think I could stop this. I can't stop this because I didn't create this. And it really, really sucks where we're at right now. And I'm not happy about it at all. So I just want to make that clear. Because even people that are coming after me for this, it's like, dude, we're on the same side. I mean, we're not on the same side for every reason. I don't like mean-spirited people. So as far as that goes, if you're going to be mean, don't hang out with me. Don't have time in my life for people that are just going to be mean. But other than that, dude, we're on the same side. You're pissed off. I'm pissed off. But there's one thing I've been trying to do on this channel ever since I've started it. And I've been doing it in the last 3 or 4 weeks. This crazy ammo shortage has been developing as I've been trying to talk to you guys about this and trying to come up with solutions and ways you guys don't get ripped off. Now, I'm doing that pretty much exclusively on locals. If I were to tell you a place right now and share a link or anything like that, that would be strictly prohibited. And we're just not going to be able to do that here on YouTube. But I've been literally posting daily deals for almost 3 years on locals, which is a censorship-free site. Links down in the description. So that's kind of what I do. I spend like 2 to 3 hours every day. Yeah, I'm really busy. Barely even get time to see my own family. I'm cutting grass. I'm sharing deals. I'm coming up with content. I'm trying to help you guys. And it's crazy because you can just scroll through my feed on there and see what's going on and see that it is real. Now, there's still going to be people saying that there is no ammo shortage. And here's what I'm going to say about that. If wherever you're at, you can still get ammo just as available and for the same price. So you have to meet both criteria. If you can get it for the same price as you could a month ago, or 2 months ago, or 6 months ago, and as much of it as you could have gotten back then you know what? Be like really, really happy. I'm super happy for you guys. I'm super jealous. That means that you guys, like you're a small town, wherever you live in, or the secret, super secret website that you might know about that no one else does. Yeah, dude, you found an oasis in the desert. That's awesome. Go get as much as you can or as little as you want. That's all up to you. I don't care. See, there's some people in the chat right now saying stop panic buying. And here's what I'm going to say about that. I'm not going to tell you guys to panic buy. No, don't panic buy because someone told you to. But I'm also not going to tell you to panic buy either. Okay? I'm not going to tell you to panic buy. I'm not going to tell you don't panic buy. Because what appalls me is when the left comes in to our lives every day in the media and on Capitol Hill and with the big corporations. And I actually just kind of repeated myself. All three are kind of three names for the same thing. If you really think about it, I think most of you realize that by now. When they tell me, this is what I need, this is what you need, you only need this many rounds or you're not a good shot. You only need this certain type of gun because you don't want to use this for hunting, do you? And then they try this preposterous thing to make us pretend to believe that the Second Amendment was ever even about hunting to begin with. So, while I reject any man in Washington, D.C., or in Lansing, Michigan, my state's capital, telling me what I need or don't need, telling me how much I'm allowed to buy of something, I reject that. I reject that as a tyrannical government that's infringing upon my natural right to keep and bear arms. So, to be consistent with that thought, because that is my deeply, sincerely held belief, I'm not going to sit here from my shop. Are you kidding me? Could you imagine this? Some dictatorial person in the comment section or some dictatorial landscaper actually coming into you saying, you're not allowed to buy as much as you think you want. Now, a lot of people will say that, and they can say that if they want to, and that's fine. I don't care. No hard feelings, but I ain't that guy. So if you guys want to know my quick view on this, look, I ain't going to tell you need to go out and buy even one round. You won't hear me say that even once tonight. I don't think I ever have. And I'm also not going to tell you that you're not allowed to buy past a certain amount. So if there's someone out there that has the means and the desire and the wherewithal, and you're thinking about different things that was said in this chat tonight or said on CNN when you watched it or some other guy's channel, or maybe a carrier pigeon came and left you a message. I don't know. And you decide to yourself for whatever reason, you're going to go buy 1 million rounds tonight. That's fine with me too. Like, I literally couldn't care less. If you're looking to get 1 round, 0 rounds, or 1 million rounds, it's all fine with me. Why would I care? It's none of my business. So with that said, 5.56.762 by 39. That seems to be getting hit the most right now. And that was especially, it was kind of almost limited to that, maybe a week ago. And those of you that watched my live stream here last weekend and then watched my locals live stream, I was pretty much telling everybody, like, yeah, you might want to focus on some of these other calibers because they haven't been hit yet and they haven't gone up in price yet. So you're not going to go wrong either way. That was just me trying to help people that are like, dude, 5.56 has already gone out of price. 7.62 by 39 has already gone out of their price range. Maybe try this. Maybe try that. Just trying to be upbeat. But I'm noticing a shift again, just in the last 2 or 3 days, where things aren't looking so good. And I really was hoping so bad I'd come on here because my title was going to be the same no matter what this week. I decided last week, actually, what the title of this stream was going to be. And gosh, there was a couple days in the middle of this week. It just seemed like for 1 minute where it was like the pendulum just kind of stopped moving. And I was like, I'm going to be able to come in here next week and maybe say, all right, guys, close call. Whew. But stuff's starting to get a little better. Gosh, I wanted to be able to report on that. But I've done a lot of research in the last week. Literally just clicked through site after site after site looking at things, and it's getting tough. Now, again, one more time, for whoever's watching at YouTube, we're not promoting this. If you guys want, though, to find places where you can actually get some of this stuff for really good prices, because I'm spending tons of time trying to find it for you, go to my locals community. It's another site. Link is down in the description. But I was on Palmetto State Armory, PSA. Huge place. They have local stores as well as online. So that's why I think they're a decent example. And it's just a very, very popular place that's ubiquitous throughout the U.S. At the time of me going on tonight, they had a total of 5 different SKUs of 5.56. Total. Only one of them was under $20. 2 of them, were under $20 for 20 rounds. So you had some of the super duper expensive special purpose ammo. I mean this with affection, but kind of like weirdo ammo, where you always find this one brand or type you've never heard of, where it's like, $45 for 20 rounds? Yeah, like, I don't even know what that is, but I don't have money to try it. Some of you guys are nodding right now. Even when times have been good, there's always that weird oddball offering out there. Those are still kind of available. And that's about it. Now, I'm going to talk about how it's spreading to other calibers in just a minute, and even quite a few guns, unfortunately. Not too many guns yet, but I don't like the way I see things trending. Don't like it at all. So if you go back about a month ago on my locals, you could get a box of 20. And this has all been posted on my locals. This is where you guys can literally go and then see this, right? I post it every few days because it was just a darn good deal. And I've been reminding all my people over there for months and months and months. Actually, the last couple years. As soon as the Flugaloo ammo panic kind of subsided, we've been in almost a year straight now of an excellent time to buy ammo. When you factor in like inflation, we were actually buying it up until a month ago, in many cases cheaper than we were pre-2020. That's actually true, and I've talked about it so much. That's why I have no problem addressing the situation we're in now, because I've been over there on locals literally every Saturday without fail, going through awesome ammo deals with you guys, being like, dude, I might buy some now, guys. Prices are really good. Might try to buy it now, but if you can. So I've literally covered it when times are good, way more than I have when times are bad. But it was $7.99 for 20 rounds. Then out of the blue, it was $8.19. Then the very next day, it was $8.49. Then $8.79. Then $8.99. Then $9.49. By the time it reached about $8.99, they posted for that price. It sold out, gone in an hour. Totally gone in an hour. And then the next day, it would come back. $9.49, still gone in an hour. Now the last few days, $9.99. No longer gone in an hour, more like gone in 15-20 minutes. Now, I literally posted on my locals earlier today. I have to be careful because I'm on YouTube. I'm not telling you where, but I posted a deal for $9.99 for 20 rounds on locals earlier today. Maybe one of my viewers was able to take advantage of that was interested in it. And then, gone. Now I'm searching around the internet. I found a 223 offering for $10.99 for 20. This is brass cased ammo. Then you start getting up to the 13 a box, 14 a box, just for plinking stuff. M855 green tip, M193 55 grain. That's kind of where we're at. Now, people might have different ways to define a shortage, and I do realize that. That's become obvious to me by reading comments. So you guys can define it however you want. But for the purposes of this stream, I'm going to tell you guys how I define it. Feel free to chime in the comments if you disagree. Obviously, the live chat while we're here, comments if you're watching it on replay. So shout out to all of you here right now, and shout out to all of you on replay. But you guys are talking about how some of you guys are doing awesome right now on it. Good. One more time for some of you that literally just came in. All right. That's awesome that you guys have a secret little honey hole, a secret oasis. No, I'm genuinely excited. I want to hear about good people being able to shoot as much as they possibly can. Awesome. So one more time, you guys are yes, I'm very, very happy that you guys are getting that. That's totally awesome. And by the way, I'm not promoting places that sell, literally posting deals right now. That's because we're on YouTube as well. So let's try to refrain from that as much as we can in the chat, just to keep this channel on the up and up. Because here's the thing, I have a totally separate site where I'll be on tomorrow where I talk about this stuff in a totally different light. But here's how I define a shortage. All right. It's where you either can't get it at all. That would be an extreme situation, but that's very unlikely. That actually never really happens. It's where you can't get it or as much of it as you want for the same price you previously could, or for roundabouts the same. So if it was $8 a box and it virtually never sold out a month ago, we're going to go back to this AAC with 556. Okay. It was $8 a box. It was $8 a box. Every once in a while, they'd even throw in free shipping if you bought 10 or more. That was the holy grail deal. And I was posting that literally crazy all summer long. I promise you guys I was. Being guys, this is good. It won't always be this good, but it's good. We're happy right now. I mean, we're not happy. We want it to be free. But, dude, if you just look at the economy, inflation, how much commodities are, metals like brass, lead, copper, gunpowder, primers, the paper, the boxes printed on, that was good considering the inflationary period we're in. So we were happy. Now, if it's gone from $8 a box and you could get it as much as you wanted, and now it's 10 for the same box just a month later, 3 weeks later, and it sells out within minutes, it can't even make an hour anymore. That's how I'm going to define shortage. Now, we had something in this country called the Great Depression, where we had economic depression in this country. Many people lost everything. The stock market completely crashed. People went to their banks to try to get their money, and they couldn't even get their life savings. People lost their jobs. A lot of people became homeless, starved to death. Now, the Great Depression truly did happen. But while it was happening, and it was a real thing, there was people that actually became more rich than they ever had before. There were some people that kind of didn't even notice the difference. So just because we say like there is an ammo shortage in this country right now, that doesn't mean that like literally every last person is. But I certainly think, to be fair, and again, if you guys are getting lucky right now and getting just as much as you could ever get before at exactly the same price as you could before, super awesome. And I'm jealous, but like jealous in a good way. Like I'm not mad at you. Just like, dude, I'm jealous. You're able to get as much as you want for cheaper than you did before. Like, dude, you're awesome, man. Like, dude, I'm so happy for you. Now you're so happy. You might even send a couple of those boxes for the channel because it's getting expensive to be able to review. That was a big wink for all of you guys listening there, right? But as a whole, man, it is what it is right now, dude. It sucks. Now, here's where it's getting a little more annoying to me. I could say grim or a bit more annoying. I love 5.56. And I had just put a post up, guys. Man, oh man, does this suck. I wish so bad I was able to create this shortage. Because if I was able to create it, that means I'd be able to stop it. Just as mad as any of you guys right now. I was just posting up a YouTube community post. Some of you guys remember this? So a couple weeks ago. And I said, not what you've already owned in the past, because I get it. A lot of us get rooted in, and I'm becoming an old man, and I'm getting curmudgeon and set in my ways. It's all right. You young bucks can laugh at me. It's all good. We're having fun tonight. As fun as we can, considering there's a freaking ammo shortage. No, we're having fun. I said, what are you guys more interested in? A 5.56 AK or a 7.62 by 39 AK? And what my goal was to see where the interest was at. And I'm like, dude, wouldn't it be fun to get like a 5.56 AK and a 7.62 by 39 AK and get a few friends, viewers of the channel together that live around here? And maybe we'll meet up at the range one day and just start blasting out of each of them. See which one holds up better. Kind of get different people's opinions on what they were. Dude, I was wanting to buy a 5.56 PS AK to run right up against the 7.62 by 39. That's where I was at just a few weeks ago. Now I'm thinking to myself, oh crap. I have the 2A EDU supporters hangout coming November 4th. Okay, like, whew. Guys, I've owned my own small business over 20 years. I've been on YouTube for a few years. I don't get spooked very easy. My life's full of challenges constantly, so it doesn't take a lot to get me rattled. But I'll be honest, I was kind of starting to freak out because I promised all my viewers, whether you guys are going to be at that hangout, which those of you that are going to be there, I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys in what, like a week? And then the rest of you guys are going to get to enjoy that video where I promise we're going to put 1,000 rounds. Again, we did it last year. Those of you that are new to the channel, go check my channel. We ran 1,000 rounds through my PSA GF3 AK in 1 hour and 4 minutes. This year, we got to beat that and get it in 59 minutes, 59 seconds or less. I'm super excited about it. I announced we were going to do it while I was still piecing the ammo together. So I'm sitting here, and there's going to be good news in 5 minutes. I'm going to show you guys a white pill moment because one of our friends that's in the chat right now just came through like big time, like super, super big time, right? And helped sponsor the ammo for the event. You guys are going to see that in a minute. But I'm sitting here like this right now going like, what the heck? This stuff's up to like $11.50, even $12 a box. Like, I'm not even able to get this video together for my viewers that I promised. Because it's not just 7.62 or 5.56. It's also 7.62 by 39. Now, this stuff here particularly, this was 8 something a box. Then it was 9. He'll give me 9.29, 9.49, 9.49, 9.49, 9.79. Oh, who will give me 9.99? Now 10, 10, 10, 10. I can't do the auctioneer thing, but that's what it felt like. from the same place that this was $11.69 a box 3 weeks ago. Go check my locals posts if you guys want to fact check this, because it's a good timeline. All prices were accurate the day I posted them. That's why it's a good historical reference. Now $11.50 from the same place. Now we have a couple problems here. A lot of people are saying that this was all manufactured. I saw the Guns and Gadgets video. He's a good friend of mine. Some of you guys are going to be able to shoot that GF3 AK that my friend Jared from Guns and Gadgets shot. He shot the gun. You guys are going to see the video of that soon. And then some of you guys are going to shoot it again. I don't doubt anything he said in that video. Of course it's manufactured to a point. It always is. And if that's all you guys are saying, I completely agree. But if anyone's out there saying it's manufactured, therefore it doesn't exist, I hate to say it, but that's just wrong. It does exist right now, whether you want it to exist or not, and whether I want it to exist or not. And I promise you, I don't want it to exist just as much as all of you don't want it to exist. Because here's the thing. If it was just an artificial shortage, therefore it's just artificial. It's just the government. It's just these ammo companies doing all this. It's like, well, yeah, of course. That's what it always is. Because if we could have actual unobstructed capitalism and not crony capitalism, not oligarchy, not public servants, that the only reason they're allowed to exist at all is to protect our natural God-given rights. That's what we're supposed to be in this republic. But no, if it was that, we'd be fine. But that's not what we have. We've always had collusion between big businesses and government and the media. And I repeat myself because it all ends up being the same thing at the end. So yes, as much as, of course, guys, a bunch of this is manufactured by the government, by big businesses. Yes, it is. Yes, yes, yes. But that doesn't make it any less real. Because if it wasn't real, I could go back to my favorite place and buy this for $8.69 a box like I could 3 weeks ago. But I can't. So as much as it's fake, that means it's 100% real. Actually. And if it's not real, please tell me. You know, there was a viewer who recently said, hey, dude, I have some ammo I'd like to send to the channel. And I actually gave him my address, and he did. So if anyone's able to get this for like $2 a box, $3 a box, $4 a box, that's awesome. And you could even send some this way. Like, you literally could. And I'd shoot it on camera, and I'd even thank you publicly for it. But 7.62 by 39 and 5.56. Now this is while one ally of the United States is invading this other territory. Okay, I'll just call them two different territories over there right now in the Middle East. And then we've still got the Ukraine. I guess we'll always have the Ukraine. And there's just so much stuff going on right now. Lots of people in the world are using 7.62 by 39. Lots of people need this ammo. And meanwhile, they're calling for gun control like no other over this situation that's recently been happening, and I guess finally come to a conclusion, it sounds like, within the last hour or so in Maine, telling you they want to take away your AK and your AR. And that's just going to make people want to buy more. It's the same reason people bought ammo during the Flugaloo, right? They call it the flu. They call it many, many things. You're not even allowed to mention most of the things they call it on YouTube. But people went out and bought ammo in record amounts in the year 2020, 2021, especially. Now, the virus. You can fit almost as many pieces of virus on the head of a pen. You can fit more angels on the head of a pen, but you could fit more pieces of virus on the head of a little push pen than you could ever even imagine. You could actually fit more pieces of virus on the head of a pen than we send money to the Ukraine. Just imagine that for a minute. That's a big number, right? So one of the mathematicians try to equate that for me. Do more viruses fit on the head of a pen than money that we've sent to the Ukraine? That's my homework assignment for all of you. Chop, chop. Give me the answer. I need it now. Now, look. While we're sitting there battling this, the virus, watching freedoms taken away like we've never seen before, people went out and bought record amounts of guns and ammo. Not because they thought they would shoot this microscopic virus out of the air. Are you kidding me? Nobody ever thought that. No, people bought record amounts of ammo because they didn't trust their government. And if they didn't trust their government right now in 2020, do you guys all of a sudden trust your government today? Do you think many of the people that didn't trust their government in 2020 all of a sudden trust their government today? I don't think so. So there's a lot of stuff going on right now. And sometimes it's the dog wagging its own tail, and sometimes it's the tail wagging the dog. I get it. By people buying more ammo, it makes more of a shortage and it makes prices go up. I totally get it. And meanwhile, a lot of you are wanting to pull your hair out because you've got the current former vice president shooting an combination of pressure and all kinds of gibberish he says, trying to tell you you don't need this many rounds of ammo. And you've got Elizabeth Warren telling you you don't need. Heck, Feinstein, God bless her soul, she's still probably telling you you don't need. You've got a tyrannical government constantly telling you what you don't need and trying to outlaw every last bit of it. Now that sucks. That really sucks. You know what's also tough, and it's stressing a lot of you out, is you've got people literally, maybe, probably not in this channel so much, but maybe, possibly in this live stream chat right now. I doubt it, though. Only pretty much awesome people watch this channel. So shout out to all of you. But you got your own telling you right now what you're allowed to buy and not. You know, I've had a lot of people come into my comment sections in the last couple weeks demanding to me, saying, 2A EDU, you're not allowed to do these videos anymore. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Because I thought I was fighting off the other side that was trying to stifle my freedom of speech. It's already hard to get a video up on this platform without having some type of restriction. 2A EDU. We saw some ammo sitting in the background there. They said, well, maybe that 100-round box might be full, is what somebody told me recently. And I said, so what if it is? And they're like, you're the problem. You're not allowed to buy 100 rounds of ammo right now. I'm like, wait a minute now. Now, the current former vice president literally told me I wasn't allowed to have any more of this in the near future. And he told you the same thing. And he unilaterally banned all ammo from Russia about a year ago. Now, there's still going to be some of it here for a little bit. Look, a little bit is just a little bit right now with the record pace people are buying in the last few weeks. But this stuff was sanctioned. And the only stuff we still have is still in the pipeline, it's called, meaning we already had approved Form 6s. They filled up warehouses with what they thought would be 5 years supply of this stuff. And it just sucks. So the government's telling us how much ammo we're allowed to buy, meaning they've sanctioned all ammo from Russia. Now, there's someone thinking right now, but I don't like steel-cased ammo. Never liked that stuff to begin with. My AR only gets brass. I don't like the AK. Don't like anything to do with Mosin Nagants. I don't like anything to do with anything that's steel. Okay, fine. You do you. But here's the thing. The guys that only bought brass-cased ammo were still benefiting from this stuff being cheap and from it being plentiful because it's called supply and demand. And if all the, we'll just say AK guys and AR-47 guys, shout out to all the AR guys who are a little confused, but still based though. We're still good friends that are shooting the wrong caliber out of their gun. You guys are cool too. I like you a lot. Trust me. Big shout out to the AR guys tonight. But it's like, look, by half the people buying the cheap steel case, that made the brass case stuff compete with that. So when you just completely get rid of a whole segment of the market where the Russian stuff was for the most part still the cheapest stuff in the whole country, it hurts everybody. And I just saw my buddy Chris Ferguson in the chat. I don't know that I know Chris very well, but we're already buddies because I have the same saying he does. He says, if it won't run steel, it doesn't deserve brass. LOL. I like you, man. Thanks, Chris. 411DL said, shots fired, bro. Look, guys, this is a stressful, crappy situation with the ammo prices. Trying to have a little fun tonight, but this is what's going on. There's a serious run in the United States of America right now. I would say almost, depending who you ask, because there's still going to be a couple people here and there who are like, dude, my LGS hasn't noticed. Sweet. Awesome. Go do what you can do, right? So 762 by 39, 556. I'm kind of laughing looking at some of you guys ribbing me. That's good. I'm trying to get you guys to rib me. We'll rib each other about whether we're AK guys or AR guys. That's a lot more fun than just like thinking about the thought of ever getting any 762 by 39 again. How long is that short plank I'm going to walk? No. We don't want to think about that. We want to still have as much fun as we can. Even if it means me taking like 1,000,000 daggers from all the AR guys in the chat. So that's why I said shout out to you guys for sure. But no, 556 223 762 by 39, it hurts. A guy came into my locals last night. That's a place where you can all join for free, and you should be by now, because like I have some awesome deals over there, hedging bets against ammo. But a lot of the awesome deals I'm posting are nothing to do with ammo. Like actually like a Ready Wise food deal that's like 60 to 70% off. That's a little white pill moment. So go check my locals out if you guys haven't been there lately. But one of the supporters on locals, he comes in and left me a comment last night. And he thinks it sucks too. He wasn't like gloating about this. He's like, phew. I'm paraphrasing what the man said, but he basically said something like this. He's like, dude, this sucks, but kind of lucky for me, I've been buying 308. And I told him this last night. I said, dude, yes, that is cool, but watch out, because I've noticed 308. Now, this was the AAC 20 rounds, 150 grain. This is where we start. This is about the cheapest. Well, since the current former vice president banned all the steel case, all right, it's about the cheapest you could buy. AAC had it for $13 a box. And if you remember my PSA will be making steel cased ammo video, that was part of the evolution. That needed to happen. They needed to get their 308 AAC brass cased ammo out, and then they needed to get their 6.5 Grendel out, and then coming next is steel cased. And we're still really looking forward to that. It's coming soon. And I don't believe that this current shortage is going to affect their timeline. I'm not speaking on behalf of anybody there, but I have reason to believe this isn't going to slow down what we'll just say PSA is doing with steel case. All right. But with that said, I told him, I'm like, dude, you might want to look at 308 because it was 13 a box just like a week and a half ago. Great price, actually. And then all of a sudden, it was $13.49. I'm like, oh, no, don't do it. And then like a few days after that, $13.99. I'm like, oh, I hate this. And then it was like $14.49 a box. I said, this sucks. Now, I think this particular gentleman went and bought about 25 boxes. I think he did. I might be wrong. And then it sold out today. So what we're seeing happen, at least I'm seeing happen, what a lot of my viewers are telling me they're seeing happen is this. They're like, dude, why the heck would I spend like 12 a box for 7.62 by 39 steel case when I can get brass case 308 for $1 more? I'm like, yeah, dude, now you're thinking, because I actually agree. Like, I love 7.62 by 39, but if I'm faced with spending $12 for a box of this, versus 13 for a box of brass case, American made by an awesome company. Like, huge shout out to AAC and all of that whole group. JJE Capital, Palmetto State Armory, DPMS, all of the companies that surround that, Harrington and Richardson, AAC, all of those companies kick butt, dude. I've been down to their factory 3 times in the last couple of years. Everyone I met that works there is like cool as heck. I know someone from PSA is watching right now. Shout out to you guys that work there, man. I've met you guys. I've seen your work. I've enjoyed your products. Look, this is awesome. So, of course, I love to support a company that's in the wonderful, awesome state of South Carolina. Love South Carolina. Love traveling there. So, heck yeah, man. This is $12 a box. I'm out. I'm going to go buy $13 a box 308. You guys kind of see where I'm coming from a little bit? Yeah, until me and this other guy that was on my locals, and let's just see here, maybe hundreds of thousands of other people notice the same thing. Then everybody shifts and starts buying 308. In full disclosure, 308 has not gone up in percentage as much as 7.62 by 39 or 5.56. Will it? I hope not. But if trends are correct, I'm watching trends there that I do not like at all. How far do you guys think this goes? Seriously, let me know. I need some wisdom. I'm going to read this over the weekend because there's just way more of you than me here right now. So I can't read them all in real time. But where does this go? I don't know where it goes. Maybe some of you guys are clairvoyant. Maybe not. I'm going to take a real quick look here at the chat for 1 second. And thanks for all of you who have been joining as channel members. I just saw Kent came in and became a YouTube channel member. Thanks, Kent. I appreciate you, dude. I'll be seeing you tomorrow night on Locals. You're a regular over there. QD, what's happening, man? How you doing? Just gifted 10 2A EDU memberships. So thank you for supporting the channel. And looks like QD's hooked quite a few of you guys up tonight already, which is awesome. I do have bonus videos that I put out. There's going to be another cool video. I think my daughter and I are going to film tomorrow for supporters. I showed you guys my pet snail. My pet snail I thought would be bored. This is extra content that I made available to channel members. So when you're done and bored of this stream this weekend, go back and watch. So I got a pet snail. I saved it from a job site. Yeah, I'm one of those guys. I like the little cute feller. So I had a pet snail. Then I'm like, he's going to get lonely. He or she, but snails are kind of both. So whatever on that. It gets kind of weird. But so I bought a second snail so the little guy wouldn't be lonely. That was a month ago. Was keeping him at the shop. When I went down south, I took him home, and now my daughter won't give him back. Let's just say this. They had babies, and I know have dozens, if not 100, snails that are like so teeny. So channel members, you're going to get to see some more exclusive snail footage, including little baby snails, and they're really, really cute. So just wanted to tell you guys that. You can definitely thank QD for giving you access to probably content you won't see from the average gun tuber. What's happening, John Crump News? How you doing, man? Thanks for the super chat, and thanks for breaking that story earlier today. John Crump, author of Ammo Land, John Crump News on YouTube. Shout out to both. Just broke that, yeah. They are going door to door now in New York for people that have been buying parts associated with privately made firearms, or just otherwise known as people exercising their natural right to keep and make and bear arms. Yeah, scary stuff. That's not really the focus of this stream tonight, so go over to AmmoLand and read his article. And there's also a video on John Crump News. Thanks, man. I appreciate you, dude. QD just gifted 10 more. 10 more people are going to be able to see in the next few days, if I were to guess, the baby snails. And I've done videos showing my range and me working on my lawnmower and truck. And I give you guys a little bit of B-side footage as an extra perk for being a channel member. And you get unique emojis, so test those out in the chat. Marco Polo with a super chat. Thanks, man. I appreciate it, dude. He said, little something to help with your ammo inventory. Well, thank you. And yeah, if you guys can see, I can't touch it here, but see that Stoger box? There's something in there that's going to require some Freedom Seeds that I'm looking forward to reviewing, as well as that really nice Gideon optic. I can't put the link here, but if you were to go to Gideon and then you were to use in the PROMO code box, if you were to type in 2AEDU, that'll save you 10%. So there you guys go. And I'm going to try to review those in conjunction with each other. That's why they're both staged back there, just for a teaser. Thank you, Marco. QD coming in big again with a $10 super chat. Thanks, man. He says, oh yeah, FJB. What's up with the price of 12 gauge buck? I'm going to give you guys some more strategy over on Locals tomorrow night. Because let me say this. Last Saturday, I was on my Locals. And there I can actually share links to deals. Like in real time. If you guys haven't been over there lately, go look. Because I've been scouring the internet trying to help. Last weekend, I was like, dude, the strategy right now is maybe get the 9mm you need. Maybe some rimfire. Maybe some buckshot. Maybe some stuff like that. Things are starting to shift a little bit there. We'll see how far it shifts, but it's starting to shift there as well. Right now, I do know of some pretty good prices on buckshot. So that has not been hit as hard. But maybe in your local area it has. See, that's where stuff can be a little bit hit and miss. I will post a buckshot deal that hopefully is still there that I knew about this morning on my Locals either tonight or tomorrow, if anyone's looking for 12 gauge buck. And QD just gifted 20 more 2A EDU channel memberships. Thanks, man. I appreciate you, dude. And Gray Man coming in. What's happening, Gray Man? How you doing, man? Hopefully you've got the ammo you need, and I have a feeling you do, because you've been a regular on my locals talking about stocking up on ammo when it was really cheap like a couple months ago. So I hope you've got what you need, man. He says smash the thumbs up button. So thanks for the reminder, and I appreciate all of you that give the thumbs up, because there probably won't be many people, but there might be like one person that wants to give it a thumbs down, and you guys can help contrast that a little bit, right? So where are we at right now? Let's talk about 9mm for a minute. Hugely popular caliber. Barney Brady comes in and says QD is the man. I definitely agree. Lots of good people in the chat, but he's happened to have been hooking a lot of people up with memberships tonight, so thanks, QD. Look, 9mm, super, super popular. I don't know if I'm going out on a limb too much here, but maybe even more popular than 5.56. I don't know. It's a toss-up, right? Right now on PSA with their AAC. Shout out to AAC Ammo, by the way. There you go. Really shiny foil sticker. Look, their 9mm hasn't changed in the last 3 weeks whatsoever. So that's good news right now. And yes, David P. Stoger pistols are super good in my opinion. I've reviewed a couple of them before, and there's actually 2 new models, newer, that I'm going to be reviewing soon as well. I've got not 1, but actually 2 brand new in the box Stogers here that you guys will see on YouTube with bonus footage on locals. 9mm. I'm going to put that in the I'm interested, but I'm on a little bit of alert. Because with AAC at PSA, we're still looking at about $259 per 1,000, or about $26 per 100, which is about $13 per 50, but they sell them by boxes of 100. That's where we've been for a while. So as of right now, it's still holding strong there, but, and there is a little bit of a but to that, but I'm noticing on some other sites, like I'm a big fan of True Shot, for example, and I have posted, that's because I'm an A-Zone Rewards member. If you guys want to know more about that, I get free shipping all year, and I even have an awesome promo code that, again, you'll have to go to my locals to click on that. Can't share it here, unfortunately, but that I get, I saved on the membership, and I just get free shipping all year. It's just saved me so much money, so much headache. All right. I was posting a deal where if you bought 1,000, it was $12 a box shipped. I posted that deal with just a little bit of like white pill, like all you guys that are so depressed and mad right now that you can't get 5.56 or X39 for the price you want. Here's a great deal on a case of 9mm. I don't think I quote sold even one case by posting that link. I'm not in this stuff to sell stuff, and I can tell by my link dashboard over there, very few people use my links to buy anything, which is more proof that I'm not responsible for this shortage. But here's the bigger picture where I'm getting a little bit concerned. It was just literally, I meant it as a white pill moment. I think you guys that were in my locals live stream on Saturday knew what I was doing. I was trying to find you guys stuff, and here's what I was telling you last week. I'm like, look, if you buy it now at normal price, you ain't going to be mad at yourself because, dude, it's not going to go down. Like, you know what I mean? If you're buying it at the same price it was over a month ago, that's my caveat here, it's not going to go down because ammo prices, once you factor in inflation, were actually fairly low. So if you're buying 9 at $12 a box for nice FMJ stuff, free shipping, you guys follow me? If you were buying it last Saturday for $12 a box, free shipping, you're not going to get mad at yourself. It ain't going to come down any cheaper than that a month or two from now, but it could get a lot worse. So I meant that as good news. Man, that offering sold out. And then there was another offering where it was like $13 a box shipped. And then, darn it, that sold out. Now, PSA still has it for about $13 a box or 26 per 100, 260 per 1,000. It's all the same math. But you have to pay shipping on that. So far, it's been holding strong. Knock on wood, and I do have a wood desk. It's actually fake wood, but there's enough wood sawdust in it for it to count for all the superstitious people. I hope it holds. But here's the thing, 308 was holding in price for the first 2.5, 3 weeks of this BS, and then it stopped holding about 4 or 5 days ago. And now I'm noticing that on the rise. So as of right now, there's still many opportunities for 9 mil at a price you're not going to complain about. Okay. And yes, Jason, I've seen that several times, man. And I was like, maybe you weren't in the chat earlier. I've cited that video earlier. My friend Guns and Gadgets says that he has a internal source, a whistleblower, if you will. That's not really the proper term because whistleblower is a direct nomenclature for an insider in the government. But whatever. A whistleblower saying that some of the big ammo companies are stockpiling ammo on purpose, hiking up the price for massive profits. Yes, he did report on that. I don't know who his source is, so I can't vouch for it on that level, but I can tell you this much. I've been watching the Guns and Gadgets channel for a long time, guys. A long, long time. Back when he was driving truck for a while as a side gig. Does anyone remember him that long ago? That shows you how long I've been watching his channel. I've also known him in real life. Like, actually, we know each other face to face for the last couple years, and just got done hanging out with him a couple weeks ago. And he's not my best friend, but I'd say it's fair to say we're buddies. We know each other, and really nice guy, really cool dude. I have no reason to doubt him at all. And if that's the case, which again, I don't have the source, right, that he does, but I don't, when he says he has that source, I have no reason to doubt him. And I'll go a step further. I inherently do believe him because the guy's been pretty straight up when it comes to that kind of stuff. Right? Now, here's the problem. If ammo companies are doing this, that would mean it's a kind of a fake shortage. Yeah, but is there any difference, right? I mean, let me know if I'm not looking at this the right way, but is there any difference? Because I think it's kind of fun in a way to kind of speculate about different things. It's actually only fun to speculate about good things, but whatever. It can be a hobby of people's to speculate and to think about things. But then you're just getting this weird situation, and it's a weird situation I find myself in right now. Weird is in like a bad thing, where the rubber just meets the darn road. And it's just like, it is what it is. And it does matter why. It always matters why. And we need to always learn why and fight against all this corruption and BS. So maybe we can finally get this stuff to stop happening so much. But so it does matter. Okay, it does on an intrinsic level. But then when it just comes down to, dude, I need some darn ammo for this range trip, for this training class, for this family time that you're going to enjoy shooting with your kids, your wife, your husband, whatever. The 2A EDU Hangout 2023, which I'm really excited we're doing in a week. A video that you're going to do. I know a lot of you guys have gun type YouTube channels out there. Then, dude, it just hits you right in the forehead, and you're like, I had $50 in ammo budgeted, so a month ago I could have bought 6 boxes of that AAC. Plus tax, you were at about $50 when it was $8 a box. And now you're like, now I can only buy 5. Okay, but wait, you can't do that either because it's sold out. Then you're just sitting there like, okay, they have this other weirdo brand oddball ammo that's like $47 for a box of 20. No. I have bills to pay. Insurance is due in a week. I'd like my family to eat during the next week. And then you just kind of look at yourself and you're like, I guess I can't go to the range and stuff, right? So, yeah, it shouldn't be the case. There probably is some nefarious stuff where this is overinflated and all this crazy stuff going on. But, man, it is happening. I mean, let's just be honest, guys. I get it. There's a reverse psychology where there's some people in the chat, you know, that are going to say stuff like, and I don't think in my chat, I just mean generally like on YouTube, right? That might say stuff along the lines of, there is no ammo shortage, guys. There's nothing going on at all. Are those people just literally living in this perfect little utopian bubble where they don't go online at all looking for ammo. They just have this like little niche small gun shop in the corner of nowhere, and that guy doesn't go online either to know what's going on. And like, do you think that's really the case, or are people just kind of saying there's no ammo shortage to try to stop it? I don't know. Because it's kind of, and look, I'm not doubting anybody's motives. I'm going to say this one more time. I'm super jealous of people that are sincerely telling me the truth, that have said, I've noticed no change in price or availability. Because if either or occurs, that's the sheer definition of a shortage. If it's gone up in price or it's less available, either or, that's what we mean by shortage. At least that's what I mean. And I have to stick to that definition just to stay consistent. And I don't think my definition's wrong, right? Do you guys really think there's anybody left right now that truly believes in all sincerity that nothing at all has happened to these key calibers like 7.62 by 39, 5.56 223? Let me know in the chat, because I'm trying to give people the benefit of the doubt, but it's almost getting harder for me to believe by the minute that there's truly people that don't notice anything going on. Now, I'm going to add one more caveat to that. Of course, people that don't shoot much or don't shop for ammo much. And these are not the same people. Some people shoot more than I do. They just bought so many millions of rounds 3 years ago. They're still shooting 10,000 rounds a day. I mean, everybody on YouTube, when they're in an argument, shoots 10,000 rounds a day. And I believe them when they say that. I truly do. Right, DLD After Dark? So there might still be the guy that's shooting 10,000 rounds a day. And he's not lying when he says he hasn't noticed it, because I don't know, he bought 30 million rounds in 2020, and he's only burned through 7.5 million of them this month. So he doesn't have to shop for ammo for 3 more months. So that guy hasn't noticed yet. And those people I would believe. There's another guy that's like, dude, I ain't shot a round in 20 years. I ain't going to shoot for another 20 years. And they're also not going to notice. So there are people like that just haven't shopped at all. And I totally believe those people. But of people that are literally trying to buy ammo right now and shopping, I don't know, man. I don't know. There's still a lot of people coming and telling me, though, there is nothing going on right now at all. I'm not sure. I do believe everybody, though. I want to promise you guys this. Anyone who is going to leave a comment on here afterwards that you shoot 10,000 rounds a day, I know you do. Trust me. I shoot 11,000 rounds a day because I'm a YouTuber. You know, obviously, since I'm a YouTuber, I can afford that. So I get it. Trust me. I shoot 11,000 rounds every day. And someone says, haha, got you 2A Edu. What caliber is it? Didn't you hear me? I said I'm a YouTuber. I shoot 11,000 rounds of every caliber every day. Obviously. I mean, I have my own stickers. So that proves that I shoot 11,000 rounds a day of all calibers. Just to set the record straight. DLD After Dark comes in and says, Jared is a good guy in my experience. He never reports on anything incorrectly, intentionally. I agree. And I have seen him actually mess up before. He has. He's accidentally reported something wrong. I think I have too, actually. I think he has once or twice. He's only done about 10,000 videos. And I've seen him come right back with a community post being like, sorry, guys, but this didn't check out after something changed. I took my video down. He has done that before. He's not taking this video down. So I don't want to believe him, but I kind of do. That something nefarious is going on. When he says Jared, for anyone that just joined, we're talking about the Guns and Gadgets channel. Kylan's son. What's happening, Kylan? Nice to see you, man. Kylan's son's good people. He says, those are rookie numbers. I know. I just had to ham it up. Somebody comes in and is like, but 2A Edu. How could you possibly complain about the ammo shortage? You've got these super limited edition stickers that, by the way, Linda sent out about 30 envelopes yesterday. She was sick for like almost 3 weeks, guys. So cut her a little slack. But I promise you, a bunch of guys that left super chats in past weeks, I said I'd send you one of these rare stickers. And she got a bunch of them out. Now I'm going to piss my wife off since she's actually feeling better now. And she has to get up really early for a cross-country meet. We're going to do this one more time. Anyone that left a super chat tonight or is going to before this stream's over, email 2aeduperks@gmail. I'm going to type that in real quick. Hold on, guys. If you don't mind, I'm going to hook some people up with some swag here. 2A you have all the swag. You have no ammo problems in the world. I'm like, yeah, I do. I shoot 11,000 rounds a day of every caliber. I'm a YouTuber, of course. Right, Jane Locke? Jane Locke knows how I roll. Jane Locke's gone to Lansing with me before, riding shotgun. Jane Locke knows. Ask her. She'll tell you how high I roll when I go into Lansing, Michigan. I'm like, ooh. She's like, what's that? I'm like, that's the muffler hitting the parking bump. What's that other noise? Oh, that's the new struts that I need in the rear. But we get there, don't we, Jane? We walk around Lansing like we're boss, calling out all the establishment politicians. Anyone that's up to super chat tonight, email me at 2aeduperks@gmail. We're going to take advantage of the lovely Linda, who's my wife, who sends this stuff out. And let me know in the email. Let us know your YouTube name. Okay? So whatever name you're going by on here, and just try to pick one. Maybe even two, if she really likes you. I've got some of these limited edition rare stickers that you can't buy, and I don't have them for sale, but I will give them to anybody who's been kind enough to help support the channel a little bit tonight. I'm kind of partial to these. And if you want me to sign it, indicate that in the email as well. GOA, they're awesome. Shout out to GOA. I have some of their swag and this stuff. So there you guys go. Email 2aeduperks. Oh boy, where was I? I talked about the corrupt politicians in Lansing. I'm going to read some more chats in 1 minute, but let's go back to strategy again. I hate to do this because we are on YouTube, but this is kind of like the public square. And then you know how the founding fathers went in the tavern under the dim candlelight to talk about the actual plans? We have to do that on local. So if you guys want to know where you can still get stuff for a good price, and I'm not even talking like 5.56 necessarily, even though I do have a line on that too, but like just other cool stuff that's not being panic bought, you're going to have to tune in tomorrow night. But 9mm, it's still okay right now. I don't want to say it's great, but I'm going to say it's okay. Because I just told you a place that still has it in stock for the same price that it's always been, meaning for almost a year now. But other places that do large volume and places that I'm a regular at, the cheaper offerings are starting to sell out. I don't know for sure. The problem is you only know for sure in this kind of crap once it's too late. Hindsight's always 20/20. Rimfire. I have a couple 500 count boxes of Aguila, however you want to pronounce it. It just simply means eagle in Spanish, right? So all the people that speak Spanish out there, tell me how to pronounce it down in the chat, please, and thank you. But eagle, right? Eagle in Spanish ammo, Aguila. Right here. Here we go. I posted some good deals the other day on locals for this. Here's what I've done. You guys want to know what I'm doing right now to panic buy? I bought 2 boxes of 9, literally 2. And I don't really count a 50 count box. Not when I'm ordering online anyways. I don't count a 50 count box really as a box for 22. Are you guys kind of the same way? Like, I can't be the only one. So I bought a 500 count box, which has like 10 of these in there. And yes, this is technically a box, and there's nothing wrong with buying 50 rounds. Have I bought 50 rounds of 22 before? Literally more times than I can count. But that was like at the local hardware store back in the day. We still do have a couple based hardware stores in my area that will still sell you 22 over the counter. Don't get me wrong, but a lot of them have gone woke and won't anymore. So, but when I'm buying online, I consider a box of 22 to be 500, right? So that's what I did. That's how much I'm not panic buying or contributing to that. But here's the kicker, though. If I hit, that's just because I don't have much money. I'll be honest with you guys. Some of you guys are like, stop panic buying. You just gave me a thumbs up. Now's where they're going to give me a thumbs down. So the rest of you, give me a bunch of thumbs ups right now to counteract, because I just got some people happy, and now they're going to be mad at me. So hold on. Let's get them all happy again. I'm not panic buying right now, guys. I'm not. Cool. Yes. But that's just because I'm broke and I don't have enough money to panic buy. Because if I had like a good sum of money right now, I'd be buying a lot. So I'm just being totally honest. I have a lot of guns that I want to shoot the daylights out of right now. So I would. I'd be on there. Now, maybe not right now, but trust me, a week ago, when I saw this go from $869 up to $899, and I was telling you guys on locals, you might want to kind of sort of, if you can, right now. You guys can vouch for this on locals. I was saying that 3 weeks ago. Yeah, when I noticed it and I started hearing some stuff behind the scenes, oh yeah, I would have loaded up and went deep and bought 5,000 rounds of this if I would have had the money, and I wouldn't have apologized to anybody for it. You guys shouldn't apologize either if you did, but I didn't. But that's just because I was broke. So, you know. Fun to learn. What's happening, man? Nice to see you. And hopefully I'll be seeing you in a week. I think you RSVP'd to the hangout. Hopefully you did. 556 super chat. Thank you. He says 556, I believe, is your favorite caliber and your favorite platform, AR. Absolutely. Dude, he knows me best. Dude, why would I use the AK? I hate the AK. I hate 7.62 by 39. I only like 556 and ARs. He says, LOL. Great stream. Thanks for all you do. Relax, AK guys. We're going to give you the old wink. Look, it's hard to do, so we have to do this in stages, but we're going to pull the old 1-2 on these AR guys before it's over. I only like AR-15s, and I only like 5.56. Blink twice, 2A EDU. Wink twice. Ooh, he winked 3 times. Somebody's like, hold on a minute, I just caught him. He just winked 3 times. Yeah. Keep thinking about it, AR guys. It'll take you a little longer to get it, but you'll figure out what we're doing in the end. I promise you. Wild times. What's happening, man? Thanks for the super chat. And make sure that you email 2AEDU perks. It's in the chat somewhere there at Gmail. And ask the lovely Linda, because she is lovely, but she's generous. So we'll send you one of these rare stickers that are hard to get. He says, I've worked at FedEx the last year and I've never loaded as much ammo as I have this week. And at least 2 to 3 times the normal amount. Well, first of all, thank you, sir. Okay. We appreciate you. And man, yes. Right. Shout out to the FedEx guy that's actually pro Second Amendment, pro gun. Here's the kicker, guys. We've done stories on this channel before. Stories we didn't want to do, but you guys needed to know about some of the anti-gun stuff UPS has done. Well, let me tell you what. Corporate UPS, sure, no doubt. Is anyone surprised? Like, I literally just say corporate anything, and are you surprised? No, you're not. But my local UPS guy, dude, he's a cool dude. Like, I've gone out to dinner with him before. We've talked about gun stuff. I've seen him at the local gun shop. His name's Mike. If he's watching right now, shout out to you. He's delivered more tons of ammo than he can count at my house because he's been my UPS guy for many years, and I ain't new at this. Now let's look at FedEx for a minute. And this is where it's refreshing because it's not all one thing. FedEx, sure, generically, yep, anti-gun, yep, they've been doing this and that over the years. But we see our friend Wild Times, and he's been a long time regular on this channel. He's just like you and me, right? You're just a regular old Second Amendment loving dude, and probably doesn't like how his back feels at night, but delivering all your ammo to you guys and understands why you want it. DLD After Dark. What's happening, man? Shout out to the DLD After Dark channel. Being generous and saying give my swag to somebody else. All right, cool. Do you want to pick somebody else? Why don't you pick somebody else in the chat if you already haven't done that, DLD? And literally, when you email whoever you are that he picks, say, DLD transferred his swag to me when you email Linda. She's just going to need your address and your YouTube name. The address is obvious, or else you won't get it. It'll just sit in my mailbox if we don't have an address on there. There you go. For anyone that's left a super chat tonight, I want to share some of this swag with you guys. When I go down south and I go behind the scenes and see cool stuff to report to you guys, and there's going to be some video footage from PSA very soon. I've already showed some of it on locals. But yeah, I get down to business and do important stuff. Like, I need some swag for my viewers, because if you live in South Carolina, like, shout out to Columbia, South Carolina, and all of you who live down there, or Greenville, or all these different places, North Carolina, South Carolina, throughout those several states, you guys can walk in and you guys do have a way to get some of these stickers. But man, if you don't drive down there or live down there, you just literally can't get this stuff. But that's why you guys have me, and try to hook you guys up as much as I possibly can, right? So let me think here. DLD is going to sort that out, and whoever he picks, just send an email there and we'll hook you up. Is this productive, what I'm doing right now? I'm trying to think of strategies to help people, but I'm being open-minded enough to realize, look, I don't know where this problem stops, is what I'm trying to say. So should I tell everybody, dude, if you're into shooting 9 and it hasn't gone up yet, maybe buy yourself some 9 because it hasn't gone up yet? I think that's white-pilled advice to help you. But then somebody might come back immediately and say, but by you suggesting to buy the stuff that's still cheap, that's going to drive that up in price. I know. It sucks. But it's not really mattering what I'm doing, really. I'm just trying to talk this over with you guys, because I'm not an influencer and I don't even have the power to change this topic. But I know a lot of you guys are good people, and I try to be as good as I can, and I'm trying to think about this. Man, like I posted a deal. Look, guys, I'm just going to be honest with you. This is how I'm thinking right now in my head, and I understand this could go both ways. I'm tired of debating people whether there's an ammo shortage or not, because that's kind of getting on my nerves. There is one, whether we like to or not. But there's other stuff like this. I'm not even sure what the heck to say. So I'm just going to do what I always do and just be myself, because I have no script. And if I did, I'd probably mess it up. My intentions are good when I say, guys, look, I just posted on Locals earlier and I'll post it again tomorrow. I know some deals on this exact stuff right here where it hasn't gone up a dime. By me telling you guys that, I promise you, my intention is just to try to give you guys a white-pilled moment, meaning like, dude, you're depressed and you're mad because you can't buy 5.56. At least you can buy 22. So that's my intentions. When I say there's still some places to get 9 mil for the regular prices that they've been the past year, my intention is to give you something to look forward to. So you're not so angry. So you're not so depressed. So you don't feel helpless. So you don't feel like you need to liquidate your whole bank account. Because if you're sitting there right now and you're like, dude, I just need to shoot something. I'm a shooter. I need to be involved in this. I get it. I was practically born with a gun in my hand too. Me and my brother, when we were so small, my dad had to help us hold the gun up. 22 single shot off the front porch. Like, some of you have been shooting guns so dang long, you feel like you were amputated if you didn't have it attached to you. I know. Okay, I'm the same way. So if some guy's sitting there to himself being like, dude, I can't afford 500 rounds of green tip M855 because that would cost me $400 and I got bills to pay and I'm really depressed and it sucks. I'm going to come in to try to be cool and be like, yo, $30 and you can shoot 500 rounds of this at least. It's the same exact diameter actually on the bright side, but it's not the same. And that's me trying to offer a little hope and a little strategy to people. But then someone's going to come back, and I ain't going to say they're wrong 100%. I mean, they might be, they might not be. You tell me. They're going to say, dude, now you're telling people they should buy 22. Now we're going to have a shortage on 22. And I'm just like, you know what I mean? I'll just say this one more time. I don't like this as much as any of you don't like this. But there is still some stuff right now that I haven't seen change. Here's what I really hope. I hope that since everything hasn't gone crazy yet, just certain calibers are, then hopefully that means stuff can slow down and start tipping the opposite way and getting back to normal before it goes out of whack. That's what I'm really hoping. Because I'm going to say this for sure. Things ain't as bad right now as they were in 2020. I promise you that. Things aren't as bad right now as they were right after Sandy Hook. I promise you that. Things aren't even as bad as they were in 08, the first time Obama got elected, or the second time he got elected. I promise you that. Remember back when the current former vice president was the actual vice president? Yeah, back then. Now, I've seen some people say tonight even that, dude, ammo's been on a constant shortage and nothing has changed in the past, like since 2008. Okay, but I respectfully disagree. Because, like, literally, you guys can watch my reruns on my locals channel from 6 weeks ago before there was even a hint at any of these things that were artificially created but ended up making an actual ammo shortage, whatever kind of 3D chess you guys are all into. But before all this stupidness happened recently, dude, I was on there saying, guys, look, and I promise you it's on there still right now. Look, guys, I have a deal. And this was like 6 weeks ago. I said, I have a deal, guys, where you can get 1,000 rounds of 223 brass case, and it's actually made by Winchester. It's marketed under Browning, but it's made by Winchester. And I said, you can get a whole case of this, 1,000 rounds for $400, but there's a 25% off rebate. So after rebate, it's $299 and free shipping. There was a promo code involved. I think one viewer total used my link in the promo code. That's it, like total. That shows you where people were at with this just 6 weeks ago. But I literally had a deal on my locals. I promise you, if you're patient enough to scroll through the feed over there, and I'm just saying locals, because it's against the rules to post that stuff here. That's why I have that community where I show all this kind of stuff. You can still see the post. It's still up there. We're literally like, you could get for $299 shipped 1,000 rounds of 223 brass cased made by Winchester ammo. That's 30 cents a round or $6 a box. Yes, you had to upfront, the $400 for the case, but then you get 100 back after you snipped out your barcodes. I get it. It's the games you play with rebates, but I was like, guys, I haven't seen $6 a box in like 5 or 6 years. So it's actually not true. Ammo hasn't been steadily on the rise for the past 15 years. It's gone up and it's gone down, and it's gone up and it's gone down, and it's kind of kept looking like this. Now, when Sandy Hook hit, it stayed pretty high, plateau for quite a while. That one hurt. 2016, leading to the election, Hillary was going to win no matter what. Prices started spiking, but then Trump won. And then we had the Trump slump. And right up before the Kung Flu hit, I was bragging to you guys about $8 a box 9mm brass case and $5 a box steel case 9mm before the current former vice president sanctioned everything from Russia. That's on my YouTube channel if you guys want to go back and look. I promise you it's there. We've had some really, really good times too. So I'm not going to tell you that once there's something going on with ammo that it stays that way forever, because actually history would show that it doesn't. It spikes up and then it dips back down. Now there might be some extra crazy stuff occurring right now, making it different and worse than it's ever been before. I hope not. But I'm not saying that either. I'm saying I don't think as of right now this current situation is going to get as bad as 2020. It's my hope that it's not going to get as bad as 2020. So that's my hope. And I'm also going to tell you I don't think it will. I can't rule it out, though. You can just never rule it out because it's just the way it is. And, yeah, this is good. I appreciate the lively discussion, but there's still people in here saying only getting worse because of the panic buying YouTubers causing after watching videos of an ammo shortage. Well, you might be new here. Well, you're obviously new here, and welcome. Welcome to the channel. Because we've been having a lot more intelligent conversation than that tonight, man. I'm just saying, like, this is what it is. And just talking about stuff. And as this has been progressing the last 3 weeks, month, I talked about a potential 7.62x39 shortage, guys, when I was sitting at an Airbnb I was renting in a very small town in Georgia. Exactly a month ago. And like, my videos have gotten a lot of views in the last month, which is awesome. It means I'm putting out information that people are finding useful. That's why I'm here. So welcome all the new people. But if anyone thinks I'm a Johnny come lately to this, I was the first person on all of YouTube that predicted that something could be happening with 7.62x39. And I even explained why. And it even had to do with Azerbaijan. And it had to do with the late Senator Feinstein. The last tweet she had when she was allegedly still alive, I say allegedly still alive, was talking about wanting to put sanctions on Azerbaijan. And I knew a lot about this stuff. Now, there's a little silver lining. And that's what's interesting about people. People can be a funny thing. I get it. But for every person that comes in and says, you're the reason for this ammo shortage. No, I'm not. I just spent a lot of time researching this stuff. And I saw the indicators a full week in advance before it even happened. I wish I could make this up, but I can't. It's literally on this YouTube channel. I'm showing a partially built AK. I'm on the floor of the Palmetto State Armory factory. And pretend this AC remote is that I'm holding it just like this. If you guys are just people that look at pictures, go find the stream. That was before Lake City announcement was made. That was before the CSG group buying up. Once the sale finalizes, they'll own about 3/4 of the ammo production in the U.S. This was before that. It was before all of that. I travel across the country, guys, for several reasons, all to do with this channel. But part of the reason I was doing some behind-the-scenes investigative journalism on stuff, trying to get to the bottom of it. And I did. And I tried to warn everybody I could before the prices went up. Now, somebody will say that's me causing it, but I don't think so. I don't think I have the kind of influence to do that. But I've been trying to help, and I'm still trying to help you guys today. My buddy Stephen Montgomery, shout out to Stephen, says price gouging, but definitely not a shortage in my opinion. You're one of the guys that wherever you're at right now, there's still some available, and that's awesome, man. So shout out. I'm gonna get jealous, but in a good way. For anybody that hasn't noticed it yet. But here's my challenge. Go over to my locals community. The link's down in the description. You're actually the first thing you see is gonna be, I'll tell you guys what you'll see if you're new over there, or if you haven't been there lately. Awesome deal. Emergency long-term storage food deal. ReadyWise. 60 serving entree bucket. Long-term storage food. 25 years. We should be worried just as much about food as we are ammo right now. $49.99. And if you spend $150 or more, free shipping. Like, that's literally the top thing. So, like, I'm not even focused on ammo right now over there. Like, literally, I'm like, dude. Now, if you go to ReadyWise, that same meal bucket's $170. So that's how you'll be greeted at the very top of the feed, pinned to the top. Me showing you guys, especially when you factor in the free shipping, how to get about 70% off of long-term storage food, because it's a little comforting to have a little bit of that. So that's what you'll see on the top. You'll scroll through and see some past live streams, and then you're literally going to see a deal that I posted earlier today, 6 hours ago. And I titled it, Won't Last Long. AAC 5.56, $9.99 ammo deal back in stock. And I said, this is the cheapest 5.56 ammo I know of right now. And that was the truth. I still don't know of any cheaper. And if you would have clicked on it six hours ago, it would have been in stock. If you would have clicked on it 5 hours and 45 minutes ago or so, it wouldn't have been in stock. Now I'm just humoring myself and clicking on it right now, and it says it's not in stock. Now, this isn't just today this has happened. See, it started off at $7.99, and its increased prices 5 times in the last 3 weeks. And the only thing that's been happening the last few days is it's selling out quicker every time they post it. Yeah, there is no winning. I know, DLD. There is no winning, and I'm not trying to win. I'm just trying to think about it. Because there is a lot to this. And I don't think the answer is, I will say this, I don't think the answer is that everybody goes and drains their life savings where they're homeless living under a park bench. Let's start there. Probably not the answer. I also don't think the answer is running around saying nobody buy any ammo no matter what because I said so. I don't think that's very cool either. Because like that's kind of like what the gun control people in the government do. Is tell us like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what Biden says is you're not allowed to have ammo. I've hereby banned all ammo from Russia because I don't want you to have it. That's literally what the current former vice president says. And I ain't going to be that guy. I ain't going to be a Second Amendment advocate that's sitting here telling you that you're not allowed to buy ammo. Like, who would do that? Like, I can't understand that. And I never will. So, you do you. I don't really think there is the one answer. But I'm focusing on stuff a little bit right now that you probably won't feel too bad about. There's still a few calibers and offerings that don't seem like they've been affected. Hopefully they won't be. DJ, what's happening, man? Says, hey, 280 what's up? What's up? Happy Friday, DJ. He says, question, I've never ordered ammo online. Will they put it in a nondescript box to mask its contents? Good question. That goes from mild to wild. I should maybe make a note of that. I'll talk about that a little bit tomorrow night in my locals because so far tonight, I've only been mentioning places and prices for historical context because there's people that work at YouTube that are big fans of the channel. And I don't want to cross that line and start telling you about ordering procedures from specific places because we're not allowed to promote certain places that sell that type of stuff on here. So, make myself a quick note. Ammo packaging. Okay. Online. Because there isn't just one set answer for that. So my quick answer right now is that depends where you shop. And different places have different options. And some of them might have a little upcharge for that. I can get more specific tomorrow night. Kat came in with a 308 super chat. Another 308 fan. No, that's where I'm at, dude. Let me ask you guys one quick question before I forget. Are there any 7.62x54R fans? And I don't want to give you guys fake news. Stuff's so evolving lately. Let me check. I put up a locals post last night. Let me check this real quick before I go any further because I do not want to be this guy. But as of 22 hours ago, I found 54R for the same price as X39, and it still is. Wow. Okay. If there's any, so this is what I think of with 308. Once 5.56 got about the same price as the baseline 308, everyone started switching to 308. And now that's having a little bit of issues. Not as bad as 5.56, but a little bit. Right now, if you go to my local, scroll through the feed. I know a lot of you guys are members when we're done here. If you're a 54R fan, I literally have a deal on locals where the same brand, all right, it's the same brand as this, is within 56 a box, 50 cents a box of 54R. So the 7.62x54R is only 50 cents more a box than 7.62x39. So check that out. I don't know how long that's going to last, but again, trying to help you guys with stuff that I have not seen change recently. Kent says ammo is high and so are components reloading. You know what? You took the words right out of my mouth because I was actually going to talk about that before we finished up tonight. I'm not a reloader, but I was talking to my friend Mateo. He's a moderator over here. I don't know if I've seen him in here tonight or not. He's currently doing some recon out of state, but once he saw 7.62x39 going up, it had only gone up about 5%. This was when it very first started about 3 weeks ago. He goes, dang it, I hate it. Dang it, I'm not ready to spend this cash. But he said, I can't think about it much longer. And he went out and bought 500 rounds of 7.62x39. And then he came in and said, dang it, I don't like this. But he noticed something funny happening with primers about 3 weeks ago. So right around the same day, or maybe it was the next day, he's like, dude, I just had to order some Magnum pistol primers. So I'm hearing this from different friends, including you. Reloaders, chime in the chat. I know reloading's the answer for many things, and I get it, and it's awesome. I don't do it myself. But from what I've been hearing from the reloaders that I know, you guys are starting to get squished a little bit too. Let me know what you guys' experience are in the chat or in the comment section if you're watching on replay. I don't want to misquote the man, but that's pretty much what Mateo said, Kent. He comes in and says, I just had to order some Magnum pistol primers. Not because he really wanted to spend the money, just because he's continually reloading. He's a guy that likes to plink a lot, and he just likes to work up his own loads. He's always fiddling around and experimenting with that perfect load that you can never achieve, and that's why reloading is such an expensive, addicting hobby. Right, guys? Isn't that how it works? So he's like, I got to buy some because I want to keep on reloading. Marco Polo, member for 20 months with a member super chat. Well, thanks, man. He says, good night and have a blessed Sunday. See you on Locals. Well, God bless you too, and I will see you tomorrow, man. Gray Man coming in with another super chat. Thanks a lot. I appreciate you, dude. He says, dude, it's my fault. I bought a Jackal and Saber this month. LOL. Timing is everything. God bless, brother. Well, thanks, man. And hopefully you emailed Linda. I think you did, because I'd like you to, well, any ones you want, really, dude. But, like, I'd like you to at least have a Saber and Jackal sticker. And you may have asked her. She's handled all of that. And, guys, there were about 30, 35 envelopes that went out of my house yesterday. So I promise you, when we offer to give you stickers, if you respond via email, if you take the time to do that, and you were one of the people that left the super chat tonight, that's who we're offering these to, she'll get them out. And she did. So make sure, hopefully you got those stickers, dude, because if you own the rifles, these stickers might be more special to you. I don't own a Jackal, but I shot one, and there's a review of it on this channel where I reviewed it at the PSA The Gathering event. It was nice. Very nice. So I'm a little bit jealous, but in a good way. Like, I'm glad you have those, in other words. And I wish I did, but that's okay. I'm happy about other things right now, you know? Langdon Turk says, right now we're experiencing a cheap ammo shortage. The actual ammo shortage is yet to come. Dude, I hope you're wrong, and I know you hope you're wrong, don't you? I don't know, dude. I don't know. Dude, we're living in, like, super interesting times right now, guys. I don't know what to say. Try to give me some wisdom in the chat. I'm trying to be here for all of you, and appreciate all of you that are here to help me through this. I don't know, man. Space God Hipster, there we go. Says, Space God Hipster says, you have to be extremely daft to make a claim that the shortage is all YouTubers' fault. It's the fake news of Chucklehead subscribers. Ooh, getting spicy, I see. Down in the chat. The chat can get spicy in times like this. I get it, man. I get it. Dude, I'm fear-mongering so much. I'm going to give you guys a teaser. See this guy right here? He contributed to it. I had probably at least 10 different YouTubers shoot my PSA GF3. They updated my editing software, and I don't know how to use it anymore, but I promise I'm going to figure out how to use it this weekend. And you guys are going to see this guy guilty of shooting one whole box of this stuff. Now, this was a month ago. You guys heard the story. I went to the PSA store. My main reason for going was to get you guys as many stickers and swag as possible. Ask the guys that run the range at the Columbia, South Carolina store. It's at Fernandino Road. Literally call them and say, hey, when 2AEDU was at the range a month ago, how many stickers did he ask for? And I said, dude, my viewers are awesome. I need lots of stickers to get to as many as possible. But that's not the only thing I did there. I bought 25 boxes of this for about $8 a box, and that's the same price it was going for, 8 something, maybe it was $8.99, right? And it was like $8.69 on the website. And this guy right here, see him? Let's blame the ammo shortage on him. DLD After Dark caused the ammo shortage. Him and about 9 other YouTubers all shot one mag through my now famous PSA GF3 AK. We're going to run 1,000 rounds through it in 59 minutes or less coming up here. 59 minutes, 59 seconds or less. So this is the exact box that is empty from DLD After Dark. So it's your fault, man. See how this works? Now you guys will see the video. We're just providing content. I'm trying to make it fun. Because here's how it's going to work. A lot of my viewers are going to get to shoot that AK again. You guys have already shot it. And maybe some of you like the DLD After Dark channel. Or the Swamp Dog Armory channel. Or the Shooting Gallery channel. Or the Suit 00 channel. Or the John Crump News channel. John Crump Live channel. Or the Guns and Gadgets channel. I'm putting lots of teasers out there. And you guys might think it's cool to be like, dude, like I shot this gun. And then my buddy that lives across the country that I always watch shot it. And then now I'm going to shoot it again. Like, we're just passing around this gun like it's, like, I don't know, like Hillary Clinton or Chelsea Clinton or something. We're just working it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know. For those of you that haven't eaten dinner yet, that's all right. You'll get your appetite back tomorrow. But no, we're still trying to shoot what we can, guys. As I just got chilly because I just dumped some lemon water on myself. You know what I just did? 2A EDU just caused a lemon water shortage. This was half full. I'm not even joking, guys. You guys are screwed. Next time you go to Walmart, I just caused a lemon water shortage right in front of you. I tried to keep a poker face this whole night. I tried hard to keep a poker face, actually. Sometimes I'm even pretty good at it. I said, guys, I wasn't really at fault with the ammo shortage, even though DLD After Dark literally shot this exact box. And then I just caused a lemon water shortage right in front of, what is there, a couple hundred people watching probably? Man, oh man, I warned you guys about all of this. Dude, seriously, you guys need to spread a rumor. We literally just watched 2A EDU create a lemon water shortage. Like, do you guys need proof? I'll prove it to you. Like, look. Like, see how wet? See the wet spot? Darker gray here? Yeah. I literally just spilled half a bottle of lemon water. I've caused a shortage. Children are going hungry throughout the whole country. People are getting dehydrated. Kurt 24, they're all dehydrated. Ooh. Ouch. Ooh, people are getting spicy tonight. What's up, Greg Gunner? Nice to see you, man. Oh, man. Yeah, like I said, they just invaded. They said Israel has invaded tonight. That makes me want to buy less or more 7.62 by 39 and 5.56. Boy, oh boy. Hold on a minute. EV3 Dale, the official lemon water sponsor of the channel, says that's okay, 2A EDU. I have 40 bottles of lemon juice in the basement. Nice, man. Nice. I'll give you guys a couple white pill things, though, that have nothing to do with ammo at all whatsoever. If you guys check down in the description, there's 2 really good deals going on. First of all, Blackout Coffee. That's actually Guns and Gadgets' part owner. Yeah, my coupon code's actually better than what his usually is. So if you check the link down there, you can save 20% site-wide at Blackout Coffee by using code 2AEDU. And then I can't really show you guys the full thing right now. This is just an empty piece of leather YouTube AI bots. I'll show you this more for you, those of you that are new tomorrow night on Locals. This is an awesome magnetic retention holster. Links down in the description from JM4 Tactical. And there's also a code to save 10% there. So there's 2 things that are not in shortage that you can save quite a bit. And if you're interested in that Gideon thing in the box, just look them up. And if you use 2A EDU there, you'll save 10% as well. So I'm literally trying to save you guys some money right now. What's happening, Dale? Nice to see you, man. I'll see you in a week, right? Week and a half, whatever the heck it is. So here's where I was at, guys. And I want to save this till the end because I don't even know if he's watching anymore. And he might be a little bit bashful, but hold on real quick here. I'm getting called out again. 2A EDU, gotta quit hoarding blue shirts. Gonna cause a shortage, you know. Yes, sir. Dude, like these stains on this shirt, I'm literally causing a shortage of panic buy on stains. But thank you, sir. We need those blue long sleeves. I'm soaking wet right now, guys. Like I literally poured like a good amount. And instinctively, I had two choices. The water could have hit this box of ammo. My instincts are kicking in. I told you guys I've been too broke to buy the ammo for the 2A EDU hangout. We're going to get into a good white pill moment in 1 minute because a really good friend of mine and friend of the channel bailed it out. We're still going to do the 1,000-round video, but I instinctively saved this over my whole like right side of my pants all the way down to my boots, and it was empty. But like I just saw the ammo box there and knew I had to save that and stuff. Pillbox Bunker, there he is. He's the host. If you guys just want to come see him, you don't have to like me at all. But supporters of the channel, make sure you check the Patreon post, the YouTube community members post, as well as the local supporters post. And we still have like just a couple, and I mean just a couple openings, and then it's going to be filled up. And we are going to be hanging out at Pillboxes for the 3rd annual 2A EDU hangout. Now, I know a lot of you guys can't go because you live across the country and all of that kind of stuff. And we can only make it open to supporters because it's literally at our man's house here, our good friend Pillboxes. So we have to keep it small. But every one of you guys will still be there because you will get to watch the video footage once we put it up, and it's going to be a great time. So let me check a couple more chats. And then I really want to give a sincere thank you to somebody who literally like saved the main event of the hangout at the last minute. And I want to give him a thank you and let some of you guys know that we are still going to shoot that 1,000 rounds through that AK, despite the fact that I couldn't get the ammo together at the last minute. So 1 second here and we'll get to why and how. Chris Ferguson with a super chat. Thank you. I appreciate it. Says shot C19 yesterday. Need to take it to bed and rest. Glad I found your channel. Good night. Well, good night, man. And you need to give it a rest, to give the pocketbook a rest before you burn up all your money in ammo, right? Thank you, man. I appreciate the super chat. ADXR 920, member for 17 months. Man, thank you. Thank you for supporting the channel for so long. And he says, keep deals coming, even though most won't ship to Connecticut. I'm trying, dude. That's so frustrating. I hate that. I really do. Good luck, man. Hopefully you can get what you need out in Connecticut. Kurt24, a member for 15 months. We'll be loading those mags soon. Dude, Kurt24 was loading like a boss. I made a post on Locals the other day. I bought 7 more Magpul 20-round mags. Yeah, I know. I have like more 30-round mags than I can count. YouTube says 30 rounds is verboten. So I went to buy 7 more 20-round mags, and Magpul hasn't shipped my order yet. I can't make this stuff up, guys. Even Magpul, there must be a run there because I ordered it directly from their site, and they haven't shipped them yet. And they even have a banner across the top of their page due to overwhelming orders, blah, 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 delays, blah, blah, blah. So I tried, Kurt, but you might be stuck with the same amount of mags you had last time. Rockford Ordnance, how you doing, man? Nice to see you. Shout out to the Rockford Ordnance channel and a longtime friend of mine. With a 7.62, he says, buy 39 or love it all. Well, 7.62 by 39 is a nice cartridge, but so is 5.56. And I promise you guys, when I put up that post and was like, what are you guys interested in, 5.56 AKs or X39? It's because I knew the X39 ammo shortage was coming. I've known that for about a month. The stuff was going to start acting funny until PSA gets their steel case going. And that's something I'm really looking forward to. That's the thing, guys. I don't just report about the doom and gloom. I'm literally the only guy I know of, at least that I follow, that I've seen that's reported that, yes, PSA is getting very close now to making steel cased ammo. And they're going to make a lot of it. And I just sent 6 questions via one of my closest friends in context there that's going to have work its way up to, we'll just say for lack of a better word, the owner, to get some answers. So I'm hoping I'll have a part 2 on the, we'll just call it PSA because we don't know what they're going to call it yet. We'll be making steel case ammo. Hopefully sometime next week I'll get those questions answered and be able to give you guys a part 2 because I love putting out good news videos as well. But still, 7.62 by 39 for the win, just a little bit more, right? Rockford Ordnance. So I have some ammo left from South Carolina, right? For the channel that I bought with channel money that is still going to be used on this channel. And then I had a little bit here and a little bit there. You guys have seen where I bought a few boxes of Balloon here and there. And I was kind of trying to cobble it together. And it's been hard to make money this year. So I needed the channel to kind of be able to support it because I ain't got enough personal money to just buy 1,000 rounds of ammo. And we were getting close to the hangout and I wasn't going to quite make it. So this is where I want to give a really big thank you because this is, yes, it's my channel, but like a lot of you guys are going to take part in shooting this gun at our 3rd annual hangout. And hopefully all of you will love and enjoy the video we're going to make with this. So QD, a lot of you guys know him. He's a really cool dude. I literally know him personally. Like we've hung out outside of YouTube as well. And a lot of you guys know him from the chat. I can't believe he did this. I don't know how he was able to do this, but he was. And I want to give him a very, very heartfelt thank you. He came in and we're going to literally be using this for the 1,000 rounds in less than an hour because we planned it like a year ago. This stuff's almost doubled in price in the last year. And it came through. This is a full spam can. Okay. And this isn't for me to personally take home, guys. I have some ammo at home. I have enough to keep my family safe. This is for the channel and for all of you. And some of you guys are going to get to pull the trigger on this out of the barrel of my GF3 PSA AK, 1,000 rounds in less than an hour. And then the rest of you guys that can't make it there, we're going to show you the video. This is a completely sealed 700 round made in Romania spam can of ammo. I'll probably do a little video just because it might be interesting showing you guys how I'm going to open this up. Yes, there's the can openers, but I actually have another way. I'll probably run 100 rounds of this stuff through the gun before the hangout, which I'll also film. I will film that as well, just to make sure the Magpul PMags like it. We don't want to introduce too many multiple variables, right? So this is 700 out of 1,000. And this is QD we're talking about. He's been able to be very generous to this channel and to all of you as well. He also gave me a second one. And I'm glad it's in a spam can because you can literally see some lemon water on it right there. That's going to give us our 1,000 rounds we need. And then there's still going to be about 400 left, and I already have videos planned for that. So I'm going to literally share, like, yes, it helps me because I don't look like a liar that I promised a video, but this is truly, sincerely for you guys. Like, there's literally at least a dozen people I can see in the chat right now that have RSVP'd, and you guys remember how it was last year. You guys, a lot of you guys will literally get to pull the trigger on this that are in the chat right now, and then everybody else will be able to enjoy watching us see how good of a value that PSA GF3 AK is or isn't. So it's going to be fun. And then Dale, right there, you've RSVP'd, correct? You and your wife, so you'll be pulling the trigger on some of this too if you want to. Kurt24. What's happening, Chico Wise? Nice to see you, man. He says, nice spam can. Yeah. And I am going to wipe the lemon water off just because, but there is something to having ammo in these spam cans. It's kind of like a big deal. And he bought this a while ago when they were a little bit cheaper than they are right now, I'm sure. Maybe not. I have no idea what he paid. Didn't ask, don't want to know, but he had some and really, really helped out a lot. So thank you, QD. And if you're not here tonight, then you don't hear me thanking you. And we'll just have to thank you again while you are still in the chat. Yeah, Colin, son, watch the video, man. And do you guys all know what I'm talking about right now? literally almost exactly a year ago. It was last November 4th or 3rd or whatever the Saturday is. We did a second annual 2A EDU hangout where a lot of my viewers would bring guns, and I brought some guns, and I brought 1,000 rounds. It was the Bulgarian Circle 10 ammo, this stuff right here. Last year, this time, this was $7 a box. It's good ammo. I like it a lot. And there is 20 rounds in here. Like I said, I've got some mix master around the shop. I just couldn't quite get where I needed to be for this video. We shot 1,000 rounds in 1 hour and 4 minutes of this ammo. And every last round is on camera. And you guys can see, I don't know if it was 10, 12, 13 guys, whatever it was, shooting it in the video. And we had a lot of fun doing it. And I can't pick it up and show it to you right now, but I can tomorrow night on Locals, and I did last weekend because I can touch guns when I'm live there. I showed you guys, I'm like, hey, I didn't clean it. I've now taken it back to South Carolina and shot it again at the PSA home range just to bring it back home for old time's sake, because that's where it was built. Took it to another event in Georgia. Had about 10-ish, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I can't remember how many it was. We'll just say YouTubers shoot it just to have fun. Just so you guys can see different people shooting it. We did that. I've shot it in Michigan since last year. So I'm up to about 2,000 rounds on that gun right now. 1,000 of it was shot here and there. And then the other 1,000 was shot literally in 1 hour and 4 minutes. Haven't cleaned it, haven't lubed it. I'm going to bring it out here in another week. I'm not going to clean it still, and I'm also not going to lube it either. And we are going to run it for hopefully 1,000 more rounds or until it quits. So that's what we're talking about. And if you want to see a couple videos of me shooting that, go back and watch the past stuff on the channel, and make sure you're subscribed and hit the notification bell, because within the next few days, you're going to see the several hundred rounds that were shot with that same gun when I was down south last month. Harold, thank you. I appreciate the encouragement. Says, I love your videos and insightful information. Thank you. Well, you're welcome, man. And thank you. Space Gat Gipster. Space Gat Hipster. I can say that right. I'm going to have to get off for just a minute, guys. I'm really happy to be here with you all, but I'm kind of getting miserable because this lemon water went all the way down my pants and even into my boot a little bit. You know what I mean? But I saved the empty ammo box. Like, come on. I still have instincts. You guys have to give me that. And thank you, QD, for not only donating the ammo, but that it's also in spam cans, so we did not ruin even one round of ammo. Space Cat Hipster says, imagine if everyone gave just $1 to 2A EDU, he could do a 3,000 round test. Ooh, and I would too. I would. I know you guys don't all have that dollar, but a lot of you do it. A lot of you have. That's why we're doing everything we possibly can. Like, see that Stoker pistol behind me right there? That's something I'm super excited about. And I'm going to give you guys a completely unbiased review of it, because that exact one behind me there that I just have to point to, literally bought that with my own money and with help from all of you guys. So I like to buy stuff myself as much as I can. That way, do what I want. You know what I mean? You guys are going to see a bunch of YouTubers reviewing this gun because of reasons. I literally promise you guys, I just got done doing my taxes not that long ago, quarterly, and I was going through my receipts and was reminded of exactly what I paid for that sucker back there. Flood Munitions, what's happening, man? Nice to see you, dude. Oh, dude, yeah. He says, it's been a long time since I made it to a Friday Night Live, and it was great meeting you at IV8888. And it was awesome meeting you, dude. Thank you. Thank you for coming up to me and saying hi, because you have an unfair advantage over me getting to watch me, and I don't necessarily know what all of you guys look like. I know you're doing some podcasting stuff, and yeah, shout out to you, man. Yes. No, really good meeting you in real life, dude. That was awesome. Thank you for coming in here and saying hi, and thank you for walking up to me down in Georgia, dude. Jane Locke, giving a shout out to our boy, and thank you, Jane. I told you there's more of you guys than me. I get so nervous and stage fright. They're like, oh, he caused the ammo shortage. You guys saw me earlier. I was shaking so much. I'm like, oh, I want to be Mr. Popular. And I'm sitting here spilling water on myself. and forgetting that Rockford Ordnance did an excellent video of the 2A EDU hangout last year, and I actually shared it on this channel. So thank you for reminding me of that, Jane. Definitely. He did a really nice video of the 2A EDU hangout last year. Ask Hamilton, how's it going, man? Says, hello, first time here. I really enjoy your channel. Well, thank you. Thanks for being here, and hopefully you enjoy. Greg Gunner says, I never do transactions through GiggleTube. I totally understand that. If you'd like to support the channel, though, check out my locals. It's down there in the description. It's totally censorship free, and it's actually like anti-big tech. And it has nothing to do with YouTube at all. Like, I promise you that. Like, wait till I do my live stream there tomorrow night, where I'll literally pick up a gun live. That'll prove it's not the same company. So there you go, man. I know you'd love to support over there. What's up, Randy Smith? Says, can't wait. No, these guys are going to have fun shooting that gun for sure, man. I'm definitely looking forward to that. Vince Metzger, what's happening, Vince? Says, thank you for hosting this session. I always look forward to your content. Well, thanks, dude, and glad you were here. I hope all of you guys enjoyed it tonight. Greg Gunner says, I just joined locals tonight because of you. See, I told you you were probably a anti-tech Google guy. You guys can financially support the channel over on locals without ever even pulling a penny out of your wallet, too. That's where it's kind of a win-win. So I know a lot of you guys are like, dude, there's all this love going on. I want to support, can't afford it. Like, dude, you guys will see. Greg Gunner can tell you, you can literally support the channel over there totally free without paying one penny, just buying stuff you normally buy. Then it can be a win-win. ABC Patriot 556. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. That's a cute dog. Says, first time listener here in California. Ugh. That's my hats off to you for trying to stay strong. Dude, I live in Michigan right now. They're trying to pull it into California as fast as they can. Good thing we have my favorite state representative, Jamie Thompson, here, and many other good ones. But I hear you, man. Says, here in California, NATO rounds drying up here. Well, good luck, and I am not surprised. Love to California, Connecticut, New York, all you guys. Don't even know what to say. Ego Riser with the 223 super chat. Well, thank you. I appreciate it, dude. He says, pew, pew, pew. Awesome, man. I have some... I must have some 223 around here somewhere. I didn't shoot all of it, did I? It's funny. Some people are like, look at all these ammo boxes. I love collecting ammo boxes, first of all. Do you guys collect empty ammo boxes? Some are empty, some are full. I'm going to get everybody mad since we've had such a fun night tonight. Are you game for it, Ego Riser? What about you, Space Gat Hipster? You know, tonight, it's like you kind of do this on here. Yeah, shout out to the AK guys, I'll say. And then I'll say, well, hold on a minute. Shout out to the 7.62x39 guys. And then I'll say, shout out to the 22 guys. Shout out to the 9mm guys. Cool. We're still cool. Shout out to the 223-556 guys. 223-556-22. Well, I just repeated myself. Extra shout out to all the 223-556 guys. Now we're going to piss everybody off. Okay? Here's where we're going to get them all. Right, Agorizer and Space Gat Hipster? I'm guessing Space Gat. Oh, yep, he's an AR guy. How did I know that? I just had a feeling when I saw the word hipster, he was going to be an AR guy. No, look at his avatar, guys. You literally can't make this up. Here's a partial box. Just to give a shout out to all of you guys. We keep partial boxes here. I mean, I'm going to have to budget myself until PSA gets online. They're going to be making 6.5 Grendel in 2024. So shout out to all the 6.5 Grendel guys. Ooh. All right, guys, I need some thumbs up. So as soon as I said that, I just watched it. They're like, oh, shoot. No, don't be mad at me, Space Cat Hipster. Hipster. Space Cat Hipster. Oh, that might be a 6.5 Grendel AR there. We just had such a fun night tonight. This can be a polarizing round, though. In all fairness, I'm trying to have some fun, guys. But look, this is that kind of round that if you love it, you love it. I think it's a cool round. I just have to like very precisely ration this stuff because not so much on the full boxes of this stuff back there. But this can get a 5.56 guy and a 7.62 by 39 guy like really mad within seconds. And I thought, man, it's good to have lots of thumbs ups on the stream. We do have a lot tonight, so thank you guys. But I don't want too many. So at the very end, I figured I'd bring out some 6.5 Grendel. You know, Space Gat says, here's some money without a pansy excuse not to support. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate it, dude. And hopefully you liked that shout out of me showing you some 6.5 Grendel there. My AR brethren, right? My AR brethren. AK, guys, for those of you that are still alert and watching this late, I just winked 3 times. Shout out to my AR friends. Bend over with the super chat. Thanks, man. I appreciate it, dude. Thank you. He says, you're doing the Lord's work. Christ is king. Well, thank you. I appreciate the encouragement. And man, oh, man. I'll tell you what, dude. It gives me some security. It really does. When I get a box or a case of ammo. It does, but really the only thing giving me hope is Jesus Christ too, dude. So God bless you. And for any of you guys, whatever you find faith in, whoever you believe created you, just remember, man, that's what this is all about. All men are created equal, and they're endowed by their creator with certain unalienable rights. And among these, not limited to, but among these, are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That's the country we're supposed to live in. And the government has been doing all kinds of stuff for a really, really long time to infringe upon, make it harder to get, more expensive to get ammunition and guns. And it goes right back to where it's really frustrating still believing in America and this republic, if we can keep it, when the government is just doing so much contrary to the reason they're supposed to exist. That literally the only reason the government is supposed to be allowed to exist at all is to protect our natural, God-given rights. That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. That's you. See, a lot of people say, well, the Second Amendment gives us the right to keep and bear arms. And that sounds good at first, but it's actually much more beautiful than that. Because the Second Amendment doesn't give you the right to keep and bear arms. All of your rights are endowed by your creator, whoever you believe or whatever you believe created you, and whoever you believe is ultimately going to take you home someday is who gave you your rights. And I didn't make this up. The founding fathers acknowledged that. It says, the right to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed, meaning it pre-existed the United States of America. People have always had the right to protect themselves. People have always had the right to pursue happiness. People have always had the right to want to be free, and they've always and will always have those rights. It's just some governments were put in place to secure these rights, and that's what Thomas Jefferson wrote when he was actually just in his 30s on July 4th, 1776. They'd already been fighting for over a year. Him and some of the other founding fathers penned one of the most beautiful documents that were written around that time period. Talked about exactly what the government's supposed to be. And here we are in the United States of America today. Let's think about that. Where it seems like our government isn't there to secure these rights. It seems like they're there to completely and utterly abolish our free exercise of our rights. Because since they didn't give it to us, they can't take it away. But they can certainly put a lot of hurdles in place, can't they? And while the guy has the right to keep and bear arms, is he's sitting there with an empty magazine and the glass breaks in the middle of the night and he doesn't have any ammo, when seconds matter, police are only minutes away. And you know that. That's why you're your own first responder. So you can have the right, but if your government or large corporations, or many things, or world geopolitics, or you can call it the New World Order. You can call it anything you want. You probably wouldn't be wrong at this point. But when those extraneous factors come in, it can really affect your ability to exercise those rights. And that's a shame, and that's a damn shame. Because our government was literally drafted up that the only reason it would be allowed to exist at all was at the consent of the governed. That to secure these rights that were endowed by your creator, these are the laws of nature and of nature's God. That's what the Declaration of Independence says. And then it goes on a little further. And to kind of briefly summarize here, because I do need to get off because my feet are a little wet right now from me starting a lemon water shortage. So when the government becomes contrary to all of this grand experiment on self-governance, it is your right, it is your duty to abolish that government and to put forth a new government that to you will seem most likely to affect your safety and happiness. Yeah, there's an election coming up, and that has a lot to do with all of this. It could be a coincidence, but maybe not, and probably not. Look, guys, we have to win this culture war. And we can debate about calibers, and we should debate about calibers. Let's have fun AR versus AK debates, and we need to have those. And you can even blame me for starting all of this ammo shortage. But what I'd like us all to come together on is we need to talk about, look, politics is downstream from culture. And we are in a culture war. Look, this one's invading that one. The other one's invading the other one. More money's going to places. Some places are countries. Some aren't even countries. They're nation states. More money's going there than you'll ever be able to count, but focus on local government right now. Focus on your hometown, your school board, your city hall, your township hall, your county board of commissioners, your state representatives and your state senators, maybe up to your governor. And we need to keep going, but for now, just focus on all of those. My state representative knows me by name, and I know her by name. I just challenge you guys to get to where you're constantly fighting so hard on the local level that they at least know who you are. Because we have to start somewhere, and we can't just sit back and just react with buy ammo, don't buy ammo, buy ammo, don't buy ammo. Because while it's very, very important, I think a lot of us in this community sometimes miss the forest through the trees. And in some cases, I dwell on going to my state capital, Lansing, Michigan, because there's so much tumult going on there this year. It's crazy right now. They are trying to turn us into California or New York literally overnight. And I'll focus on that so much, then I'll slack off on the ammo and the shooting. And then I try to get into some more ammo and some more shooting, and then I'm slacking off on that. And I know it seems like a helpless situation, but you have to do something. Just try to do something, guys. And yes, we are in another ammo shortage, whether we like it or not. But we need to finally start doing something about this. Whatever this is, just all of this. And try to focus on local. Talk to your family. Talk to your neighbors. Talk to whoever's going to listen. Go to those school board meetings. Go to those township hall meetings. Go to your state capitol. Do what you got to do. Peacefully. But go there because that's what the founding fathers did. Peacefully, adamantly for decades and decades and decades. And there's wars going on all over the place, and there's too dang many wars going on all over the place. But we are in a culture war, and we need to win it. And we shouldn't be having to talk about this crap right now. But we are, so I encourage all of you, focus on local, focus on friends and family, and we need to think of a way to try to get a government that's there to secure these rights. And then I think if we can finally figure out how to do that, I think everything will be just fine, actually. Mike McClune, member for 27 months. That's a long time, man. Thank you so much. He says, Moses Sandals have been a channel member that long? Thanks for being such a long-time channel member, dude. I appreciate it. Bobby Gallagher simply says, don't tread on me. And that's in essence what the whole darn Bill of Rights says, doesn't it? Don't tread on me, and that's the American way. All right, I appreciate you guys being here. I need to wrap it up because I've been on for well over 2 hours, and It's probably past some of your bedtimes. I know it's getting past mine. I did invite Representative Jamie Thompson to come to the hangout. I will get a hold of her this weekend and see if I have her RSVP. But yes, and I saw her when we were in the rain in Lansing, and she's been really busy fighting like hell in Lansing because it's a dogfight there right now. And there's a lot more backroom stuff going on as we speak. So I will get you guys up to date on some more Michigan stuff again very soon. All right. I will see you guys here on local soon, on YouTube soon. And if you guys don't want to wait till next Friday, I'll be streaming again on Locals, which is a different site. Links down in the description. And hey, if you're too stressed out about everything and stuff because ammo's too expensive, I have a 20% off coupon for coffee down in the description. It's a really good company. You can buy a bunch of that, save 20%, help the channel a little bit, and then just like geek out all night long and sit there so strung out on caffeine that you found like 3,700 places that sell 762 by 39, and that might help you go to bed once you finally get that caffeine crash. But there you go. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching, and have a good one. And real quick here, thanks, Collinson. I'm glad it was fun. I have tried to have fun tonight, guys. And look, this isn't fun, but I've been trying to, like, at least in a dry sense of humor way, have fun tonight. And shout out to Ron Wayne and the Ron Wayne channel on my way out. All right, you hang up. No, you hang up. And all right, I'm just gonna hit end and change into some dry clothes.